you mind being out? Do you mind being out?
Sure.
Okay.
Impromptu? Okay.
On the right side of history. Well,
On the right side of history?
That's impromptu is the only way to do it.
There you go.
Where are you from?
I'm from Kempville.
Where's that for those who don't know?
It's about 30 minutes south from here. My son Mackenzie and I have been down here since Friday, and we're part of a first responder team.
Okay.
And we've been on the ground for days.
How have you? What's your experience been like?
People are amazing. The energy it's infectious. The people coming together, I've never seen anything like it. I've seen prayer circles in cafes with people from Montreal and then a family from Alberta, doing a prayer circle in a little cafe right here. So that part is flourishing and wonderful. But I've also seen a lot of, obviously, media biased. It's never been so bad. It's never been so polarizing, the opposite of what's actually happening. It's very scary. My daughter is a student at Ottawa University, and her professor of journalistic ethics is the only one who's showed up for opening up, and she feels like she can't even share the truth because it's so still locked down at the educational level. So we're experiencing it from all angles. There's been some real stuff that's happened here with our first responders. They're not here. It's a call-in only situation. I was told, I read the mainstream news today, and they said that the paramedics are overwhelmed down here. And my thing to the paramedics is I called them, I said, tell me where your triage station is, because I'll check the fuck in. They're not here. They don't have a station here. They don't have things set up that you would normally have for big events because they're not supporting it. They're not doing it. So there's been a lot of things like that. There's been sidewalks that haven't been cleared for days during the main event. There was food trucks here on Friday, pictures of it, and they showed up before the convoys and lined the streets to feed these men, and they sent them away. So I've seen a lot, and I've been through a lot. We're moving from the Marriott Hotel over to a few blocks away. We're bringing in a trailer. My son's boss, who's remaining anonymous, has donated $5,000 worth of medical equipment, egress things to. Put on because it's confidential.
Oh, it's hard. Let me ask you.
Anyway.
No, and let me ask you one question. People will accuse, if you know, and you can absorb the answer as you like, based on preconceived notions. We read reports of people throwing rocks at paramedics. Have you heard about that? Do you know anything about it?
I've heard about it. It's not our group. There are some definite antagonizers here, but we didn't see anything. We haven't heard anything from our groups, and we got a lot of people on the ground. Basically, the movement's feeling is anybody who starts to act up is canceled. They're told to go, to leave by the people that are here. We're not accepting that. So if anybody had seen that or were aware of that, that person would have been stopped or confronted by someone here. So a lot of these incidents seem to be happening in these little bubbles that we're not even aware of. There was one.
Except in this case, there wasn't a cameraman there. But when there's the lone wolf with a full face mask and a Confederate flag, there happens to be a photographer, 3 feet away.
Yes. And there was also, there's been many incidences where I've witnessed just a complete reversal of the truth, like a complete reversal. There was one extraction that took place down at the main station, and by the way, the paramedics were here 3 days after.
Extraction.
They took
an
individual out.
Am I going to guess it was alcohol related?
No, it was an elderly lady, and she had collapsed close to the stage, and we were actually there. My son ran into the crowd as a first responder, and one of his fellows that are working with him was already there. So he actually helped clear the crowd and create a space for them to remove her. But in his profession, he's a specialized rescue specialist. So they do something called grip and rip. And the concept is to get the person out of the harmful area to somewhere better to triage. Regular paramedics come in and they do something called stay and play. So they came in and stay and play when we felt she needed to be ripped and gripped. But we saw them clear. There was no obstructions. We were actually there. My son and I have been in the middle of most of it because we get a call from the war room letting us know what's going on, and we race to it. And we're trying to be ahead of the media. We're trying to be ahead of the counter protests. We're trying to be ahead of the chaos. So we were there, and there was no problem getting that person out. They chose to stay and play a little bit longer than maybe some others would, but they cleared the path, and the path was cleared, and the ambulance was there for quite a bit of time before they were able to. So there was no blockage. Mm-hmm. There was no blockage at all. There hasn't been any blockage down here. There's only been a few incidences, and we've been directly involved in them.
Okay.
And that's what I can tell you.
Amazing.
Well, If you want to phone